Simplify your addiction to complexity in this human design transit that started on May 10th in Gate 23 Assimilation. So my intention for this video is to help you to understand how this energy of Gate 23 Assimilation, how it will look, how it will feel, what you can reflect, journal, and affirm to use the energy to do the inner work, your shadow work, as part of your self-discovery and healing to support your well-being, to support your health, your joy, and your prosperity. So grab your notebook or your journal and something to write with. Feel free to grab some tea and a candle, and let's get started. Welcome to Dvn Bluprnt, where we help you to awaken the divine design in you. Now, in this 8 year of wisdom, wealth, and power to attract any of these into your life in their highest form, you have to be a vibrational match. Now, to be a vibrational match, you have to start assessing where you are energetically and start asking yourself, does my knowledge and my emotions match what I'm attracting? And if not, then looking at your shadow will help. Now, your shadow are those hard parts of yourself that you are very comfortable with and you would prefer to ignore, but they are keeping you stuck, causing you to struggle, causing you to suffer, lack motivation, and therefore you're not attracting that goodness that you were requiring in your life. By using these human design transit, it will allow you to consciously interact with the energy to help you to do the inner work, your shadow work, in a more focused way, to help you to get your energy levels back up, your frequency levels back up, to become a vibrational match. And here's how doing the inner work and the shadow work will help you. You see, it will help you to identify and break those old beliefs and old patterns that are depleting your energy and that are keeping you stuck, always struggling, and addicted to some form of suffering, as well as to help you to restore your energy and awaken higher levels of your DNA so that you can start attracting from a place of whole and well, and get out of your addiction to complexity energy that is causing you to suffer and live in misery. Now, when working with the energy of these transits, it is very helpful that you know your human design blueprint so that you can focus on healing your unique energetic blueprint. And if you're new to human design, we offer an in-depth human design reading to help you to understand your energy so that you can learn how to manage your energy, so that you can make decisions and take actions that are very specific to you. Now, we are all born with a unique way of using our energy, but society, our parents, our community, and etc. has encouraged us to use our energy the same way as everyone else. And this misuse is what is causing you to lack motivation. It's causing you to procrastinate. It's causing you to struggle, to feel stuck, and your need to make your life very complex. So it's important that you align yourself back to your energetic blueprint, which will allow you to call back your depleted energy, to unify yourself, and therefore you can be whole and well. So check out our link in the description box to learn how you can book a reading today. So starting on May 10th to May 14th, the Human Design Gate has shifted into Gate 23 Assimilation. Now, Gate 23 Assimilation sits in the throat center, the center of manifestation and expression. This is the home of the power in your choices and their consequences. Now, Gate 23 Assimilation is about communicating from a clear mind by blocking out all of the noise so that you can hear the truth from your inner wisdom and express it to manifest what you require in your life. The shadow side of Gate 23 Assimilation can make you feel two ways. It can make you feel like you are dumb, or it can make you feel like your communication is fragmented and therefore you are overly explaining, and this is due to your mind trying to control everything around it because it feels unsafe, so you need to create complexity. So let me explain what are shadows. Now, shadows are the beliefs that you have that are linked to some form of fear that causes you to blame or shame. And these shadows make you believe that you are a victim, and they keep you in a state of suffering and misery, a state of complexity. Now, the fear associated with the belief is expressed through your emotional behaviors, and these behaviors may seem normal to you because you're constantly expressing them through your life, and your body feels very comfortable in that emotional state. But these beliefs and these behaviors are what are keeping you stuck. They're making you feel unmotivated. They're causing you to make poor decisions, and their consequences are what is causing you to struggle. And until you have the willpower to recognize the repeated patterns, these beliefs will continue. You will continue to be their victim. Now, shadows are not bad. They're just a part of your spiritual growth and development. Their purpose is to help you to see different aspects of yourself that you are expressing that are not from a place of love, where you have given up your willpower and where you have shut down different parts of yourself and you're not living from an open heart. Now, in order to see these different aspects, you have to start recognizing what they look like so that you can start changing their patterns and you can start changing their behaviors. Now, let me explain how you would express the two shadow emotional behaviors in the energy of assimilation. The first shadow emotional behavior is dumb, and this is a repressed inward emotion. This is where you are silent, and you're silent because you fear to express what you are truly thinking, and that it will not come out clearly, or you may feel oppressed, and this fear has your throat choked up. Now, the second shadow emotional behavior is fragmented, and this is a reactive outward emotion, and this is where you are angry because you are wanting to be heard, you're wanting to be understood, and this lack is causing you to constantly speak, over-explain, talk into circles, blurt out things, say things at the wrong time, and causing you to push away people. Now, the purpose of looking at these shadows is to see how you are expressing yourself when you are in the energy of complexity, so that you can align yourself to the highest vibration of assimilation and restore your energy. So let's talk a little bit about assimilation before we get into reflecting and journaling. Now, the energy of assimilation starts off with feeling complicated, since this is what it knows, and then the voice communicates this complexity to manifest change. But the change it brings is more complexity. The more complexity it experiences, the more control it requires over the things around it in order to feel safe. Now, this is due to complexity creating harsh consequences from the choices it made out of fear, which is causing the constant mental circling and the up and down and in and out emotional struggles. Now, assimilation can get out of the complexity by just simplifying, keeping things simple, but the mind doesn't trust simplicity. So therefore, assimilation has to slow down to go within and take back its willpower in order to block out the noise so that it can find clarity. Clarity will allow assimilation to see clearly the details. Therefore, it can start to communicate to become precise and straight to the point. But assimilation's ultimate goal is to speak from its true essence, and it knows that the only way it can do that is to unify the head and the heart, which requires it to be accountable for its own willpower so that it can connect to the divine, to receive the inner wisdom that is necessary for it to know what choices to make, how to express and communicate them, and therefore it will manifest the change that it truly requires. So let's take a moment to reflect and journal on what the energy of Gate 23 assimilation is asking you to look at during this time to help it to become aware of your addiction to complexity. So now it's time to grab your journaling tools, and here are 6 journal prompts that you could start journaling on. 1. What challenges do you currently have that are related to your communication where what you are saying is not coming out clear. Why? And how does it make you feel? 2. Does your belief regarding the challenge allow for the energy of assimilation to flow in its natural stages of allowing simplicity in order to get out of the complexity? How or how not? 3. When and what situation in your life did your beliefs cause you to feel dumb, where you felt you had to silence your voice due to what you wanted to say sounded like it wasn't going to come out clear, or people wouldn't understand? Why? How did it make you feel? What would you have to do going forward to ensure that you are not feeling dumb and shutting down your willpower? 4. When and what situation in your life did your beliefs cause you to feel like your words were fragmented, where you felt you had to over-explain, talk in circles, over-talk others, due to what you were saying sounded like it wasn't coming out clear or people didn't understand? Why? How did it make you feel? And what would you have to do going forward to ensure that you are not feeling fragmented in your communication and shutting down your willpower? 5. What beliefs do you have to let go in order to start trusting life's natural flow of assimilation so that you can find simplicity in what you are saying instead of getting stuck in the complexity stage? 6. What action steps would you have to take to allow simplicity to occur in order to move out of the complexity that is keeping you suffering and in misery, and to move into speaking from your true essence? What boundaries would you have to put in place in order to honor speaking from your true essence? Now, setting boundaries are important because they help you to stay accountable for how you love, how you value, and honor yourself. They determine the level of trust you have in yourself. Therefore, you are mindful of how you give away your personal power, your mental and emotional power, so that you're not depleting your energy and you're staying connected with your spiritual support team. You see, they help you with making decisions and how you will no longer wear the layers of masks, so that you can stay true to expressing your true self. Now, when expressing your true self, you are in full, complete power, and you are using the energy that you were born with, your spiritual and your physical energy. So take the time to think about what boundaries do you currently have in place, and whether those boundaries are allowing you to stay connected and expressing your true self. Now, I have a 9-week training that focuses on building and strengthening your internal boundaries. This training is to help you to drop the struggle, the addiction to suffering, the procrastination, the lack of motivation, the things that are depleting your energy due to all the masks that you are wearing, that you put on because of the beliefs and the behaviors that you express unconsciously and are experiencing their hard consequences. These beliefs and behaviors have moved you further away from your mission, your vision, and your values, which are all required when making decisions and taking actions that result in living out your life with pleasure. Now, this training is about getting you to the pleasure of life, the pleasure of love, pleasure of peace and unity. It's about getting you to the pleasure of you, because now is a time for you. Now, to learn more about this training, click the A Time for You link in the description box. Now, you can feel free to pause this video so that you can reflect and journal on what is Gate 23 assimilation is revealing to you during this transit. Now, since we all experience and express complexity differently, the energy of Gate 23 assimilation will affect us differently based on whether the throat is defined, undefined or open, and this gate is either activated or not. And this is where your human design blueprint will help. Now, your human design blueprint holds your unique energetic blueprint, your unique expression, and the way your DNA experiences complexity. It's your instructions on the best way to use your specific energy, and therefore you can start to express assimilation in its highest form. So if you haven't booked your reading, then click the link in the description box to learn how. Now, when the throat is defined, you'll speak based on where your throat is connected to. So when the throat is connected to the ajna, which is your third eye, you'll speak from your mind, and therefore it's best to share when asked. When the throat is connected to the spleen, you'll speak from your senses, your instinct, what you feel, and therefore it's best to share when asked. When the throat is connected to your G center, your identity center, which is a part of the heart, you'll speak from who you are, and therefore it's best that you share when asked. When the throat is connected to the ego, your will, which is part of the heart, you'll speak from your ego about yourself, and therefore it's easy for you to start conversations. When the throat is connected to the solar plex, you'll speak from your emotions, how you feel, and therefore you can easily start up conversations. When the throat is connected to the sacral, you'll speak from how you work and how you relate, and therefore it's best that you share when you're asked. When the throat is connected to the root, you'll speak from what you do, what moves you, and therefore it's easy for you to start up conversations. Now, when it's defined or open, the throat energy is sporadic, and therefore you have boundaries in place to ensure that you don't burn your thyroid, your voice, or your throat because you're talking too much and you're taking on other people's energy. So it's best that you are only sharing when asked so that you take on the correct energy communication style based on who you're speaking to. Now, when gate 23 assimilation is activated, you'll speak what you know and what you are certain about. And to help you to tune in the energy of gate 23 assimilation, your throat and your personal willpower, then connecting with your thyroid will help. You see, the throat stores the emotional blockages of the words, thoughts, ideas, and or beliefs that you felt you could not express, that you held back and was silenced on. And the thyroid stores the emotional blockages of humiliation. This humiliation could have caused you to feel rejected or helpless and stuck. So to connect with your thyroid, place both hands gently on the front part of your neck while asking yourself the following 4 questions. But before I get into the questions, it is important that you have some form of grounding practice in place to help you with processing any emotions that may come up when doing your inner work. These questions are to help you to uncover the layers of mask that are keeping you from expressing the true you, and to help you to change the beliefs and the behaviors that are associated with them so that you can live free. So here are the 4 questions that you can ask yourself while gently placing your hands on the front part of your neck. What choices have I made in the past where I felt rejected and dumb for speaking up that resulted in me silencing my voice? What choices have I made in the past where I felt helpless and stuck and couldn't speak up, stayed silent, that resulted in me constantly speaking, over-explaining, pushing to be heard and understood? How did these choices cause me to feel humiliated and cause me to lose trust in my inner knowing? What can I do to find peace in order to restore my power? Now feel free to pause this video to connect with the thyroid and the throat to see what it is revealing to you. And last, to help you to connect with your spiritual support team, such as your higher self, your ancestors, your guides, God, the divine, to help with focusing on being whole and well. Here are some affirmations you can say along with the journal prompts in the earlier part of the video. I am connected with the divine and I speak from my true essence. I accept myself. I accept my true voice and I accept the choices it manifests. I allow myself to fully surrender to the divine. Therefore, I speak with full authority. Now feel free to say these affirmations as many times as you wish, or even create your own to help you to awaken to who you truly are, to stay connected with your spiritual support team, and to help you to tap into the energy of Gate 23, assimilation. Now, this transit, this energy is available for all of us to use if we choose to or not. And if you decide to use it as part of your inner work, your shadow work, for your self-discovery and your healing journey, to activate different levels of your DNA so that you can make yourself whole and well, then make sure you are following your human design strategy and authority. And if you haven't already booked your reading, then click the link in the description box. So during this time, simplify your addiction to suffering, your addiction to complexity in this Gate 23 assimilation transit. And don't forget to like so that others can see, and share so that others can learn and heal. Subscribe, hit the notification button so that you're notified when a new video has been posted. And feel free to leave a comment to let us know what Gate 23 assimilation is revealing to you. Did you know that there's a wisdom that has been hidden deep inside? This wisdom is desiring to express itself, and we can help you uncover your inner wisdom with a human design reading. Our human design readings vary from a simple profile reading to advanced reading that focuses on aligning you to your soul vision and to awaken your divine blueprint. So if you are ready to uncover your inner wisdom, the link is in the description box. Now, let me leave you with this. Your divine blueprint is your original essence. It's who you truly are. Underneath all the disappointment, frustration, resentment, anger, and more, it's your true, authentic self. The ultimate goal is to express unconditional love and experience it. It starts with awareness of you, and leading with an open heart. So it's a perfect time to continue to awaken the divine design in you. See you in the next video.